from her own words. She said that she completely knew what she was doing was wrong.
Oh my gosh, this Karen don't care. They bully her the way that they bullying me. Oh my gosh, let's go check on Karen, Karen. Let's go see, let's go see.
The dean of the school and talked to me and asked me what happened. But I was like, what happened? Like what could have happened? She like, F you and your mama and F your stupid dog. She was saying all the time. I was like,
Annabelle, look at me. This is not you.
girl, I was quiet. I was baffled. I was like one of them people who be clutching them pearls. I was like, y'all already told me that y'all don't like me. Annabelle was saying the most disgusting things. She was just calling her mama the B word, a F and B. The whole black saying everything was out the door. This was Karen the first day I met her. You do not disrespect your elders. If somebody would have disrespected my mom, I don't care if my wig would have came off. I don't care if my shirt would have been torn up. That's on life. They'll be kicked out of school. I could easily place like a restraining order on them for stalking, for harassment, death threats, anything of that sort. I whipped that phone out like a flip phone. I would have and just pressed button like I would. But baby, I'm not finna fight you. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. Yes. Long time no see, my brothers and sisters. So let me stop. Oh my gosh, I'm so first of all, before we even like do the introduction for me and like introducing myself, for the people who've been on this journey with this story time, I would like to apologize to you guys for taking so long to update you guys with the videos. I'm so sorry that I took so long to record this video, and I'm just sorry for everything, y'all. Oh my gosh, like so many things had happened. Like I was so busy, life events was happening, life was lifing. I got a job, y'all, like an actual job, and I be slaving away in the hot heat. So, you know, cut me some slack. But you know, I'm trying to like maneuver my way through everything, trying to give you guys what you want. And you guys have been requesting this story time for the longest, so I'm so happy to see that this story time is doing so well. And you guys said that you also want to see more story times from me, so I'm gonna give you guys what you want. And yeah, but let me introduce myself for the ones who don't know who I am. Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shaniya Élvoria. Thank you for clicking on this video, and before you continue in this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to join the family. Become an element today. If you guys want to feel more connected to me, if you guys want to see behind the scenes and for upcoming content that I have planned for you all, make sure you follow me on all of my social medias. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Those are the only social medias that I have. But like I was saying, follow me on Instagram. That's where I mostly be at. Also, I would like to thank you guys. Oh my gosh, this is about to get very sentimental. This means so much to me. Right now, I have 963 subscribers. We are officially about to hit 1K subscribers, guys. And I am so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so appreciative of you guys coming along this journey with me to subscribe to my channel, being very supportive inside of my comment section, you know, supporting me, follow me on social media, giving me such loving and supportive DMs and comments, and like reposting me on your social media and resharing. I love you guys so much. Like I feel like this community is gonna be something powerful, something great, something extraordinary. Like I feel like my community would be like no other. Elements is most definitely elite. Like we will be one of the most elite communities on social media. Manifestation. I'm gonna have 1K subscribers by the end of this week, and I cannot wait to see this channel flourish. Okay, that's enough rambling from me. Let me just jump into the video because I know you guys are tired of me. For the last video, oh my gosh, I got it on here. Oh, it stopped. Is it still up? A lot of people brought her by. You guys probably like, why you got that video up there? Y'all, I was like watching the video because I was like, what did I talk about in the last video? It's been like 10 days now. But I was just watching the video to see what I had talked about, where I had left off from, so I could know what to talk about inside of this video, because we about to finish this off. This is the last and final part, and I'm done with this video. Go watch that video, y'all. Go watch part 2 and part 1, of course. Go watch part 1, watch part 2, watch part 3, and make sure that you like and comment on each video. Okay, so this is the final things that I'm going to be talking about in this story time, right? So the last thing I was telling you guys about was how Cora had basically switched sides, and how she had vocalized and stood up for me when she saw past the BS and how these individuals was treating me. And because that she stood up for what was right, they started antagonizing her and started attacking her, you know, verbally, mentally, physically, all that type of stuff. So because of Cora had switched sides and came over to support me, they hated it, and they just started, like I was saying, like treating her very badly. They just tried to lie to me, saying that, and because because like I started befriending Cora and stuff like that, they try to get me away from Cora by telling me that they always wanted to be my friend, you know, manipulate me and lie to me, gaslight me and stuff like that. And they just try to manipulate me to remove myself from Cora so she could be by herself and I could be a part of their friend group. Even though, like I said from before, I didn't want to be a part of their friend group because I already saw them for who they truly were and I saw their true colors. And I feel like when somebody treat me bad the first time, I'm not coming back the second time. I'm gone. So we already left from the fall semester, so we already in the spring semester. We ended off our freshman year. So I remember like all of us were like, we was all in yoga. So the reason why they wanted to do yoga classes because like when it was cool, like I think all of us was cool from before because it was like we was getting ourselves ready for the spring semester. They was like, oh, all of us should like do classes so we could be together. The reason why I personally chose yoga because I thought it was the easiest thing to do. I didn't want to do no volleyball, no soccer, none of that because I just wanted an easy A. I was like, I could just do a little stretches, look a little cute in my little yoga outfit and call it a day. So that's the reason why I chose it. And like I just didn't really care if I was in classes with my friends or not because it's like at the end of the day, I'm just here to graduate, honestly. But I did thought it was cool that all of us would share classes together because like, you know, all of us was cool at the time or whatever, like before everything had transpired the way it did. And I thought all of us was gonna be friends. And I was looking forward to it because I was like, oh my gosh, my own friend group. Like I never had a all girls friend group before. I just thought it would be cool that all of us would share like a yoga class like they were saying. But Lord and behold, it did not age well at all. And like I was saying before, how me and Annabelle had shared like the same major. I mean, before I went to our yoga class, I went to my major class. And inside of my major, because I'm so passionate about what I talk about, in this class in particular, my professor knows me. So she always chooses me, right? Or like I always speak up in her class because a lot of people, like even though we be in a room full of students, barely no one volunteers to answer questions. So like she would call on me and I gave her an answer and I gave her like a detailed answer because of course like if you just give her a straightforward answer, she would ask you why or whatever the case may be. And then I remember when we went to our yoga class, as soon as I walked past her little friend group, she stared at me on the side of my face because like as soon as we go in yoga, right, we will sit down whenever the professor is not there, and as soon as the professor come there, she'll be like, okay, everybody be getting ready for class. You guys go on the left hand side of the classroom and line up in a single file line, go inside of the closet and get yourselves your own mat. We went in there, we lining up to get our mats, right? So like I'm in line and she just sitting right there with like a friend group. She's staring at me on the side of my face and I don't know what was going through her head, but you could obviously see in that some gears is like twisting or whatever, like she's just working up something to say to try to get underneath my skin even though it didn't work. But she looked at me and then she looked at one of her friends and was like, yeah, and she was in class and she just wouldn't shut up. I was like, bro. I was like, at this point, this girl is obsessed with me. Like, she always look for anything to try to get a reaction out of me. And it never works. So I don't see her purpose in like doing anything because she's not going to get a response out of me. Like, all of her attempts is fruitless because it's like, it doesn't, like, I don't care. Like, if anything, I would pray for you. Like, I feel bad for you. Like, it's not even like, at this point, like, I didn't even feel anger towards her. I was like, hey, like, I really have, like, you guys know, like, them K-pop idols who be having, like, them crazy fans who always be stalking them and try to, like, get all the type of information from them. I was like, I really like have a sasaeng. It's kind of cool because I ain't never had nobody obsessed with me before. I mean, it's not even cool because, like, what everybody who be saying, like, when they notice stuff around me, they're like, she's kind of weird. And I was like, your words, not mine. I didn't say anything. Like, I don't even be telling people. And then it's like, it's just so crazy because, like, the people who she be calling her friends be the people who be talking about her. And it's just so crazy because it's like, But then it's like at the same time, if those people who she call her friends be talking about her, I ain't be telling them my business because you ain't better be going around telling my business. You gotta be careful of people like that. Yeah, it was just weird. But anyways, we better get into the good, juicy stuff. We better get into the juicy stuff. Y'all just so nosy. Y'all love drama. All right. Remember how I told you guys that there was Annabelle, oh no, what are people named? Annabelle, Karen, and Betty started actually like harassing Cora. So my thoughts, opinions, and everything that I was like giving her to inform her to, you know, help protect herself, whatever the case may be. I told her like if something was to happen, like say for example, if these people were to actually put their hands on you, make sure that you have your phone out. Make sure that you record, take pictures, document, because you don't realize, people don't realize this. If you just sit back long enough and be quiet and just let the person who is angry just like keep talking and like yell out of anger, they will eventually tell on themselves and they will get themselves in trouble. Like, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. Just sit there and be quiet. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk, and they will tell on themselves. Let them do what they do, and they will get themselves in trouble. You don't even have to do nothing. Don't even try to provoke them. Don't say anything. Ignore them. But have your phone ready. Have a weapon with you so you could defend yourself just in case if something was to happen, because you know people in this world is crazy. What Annabelle, Karen, and Betty doesn't realize that we was documenting them, and it could easily be sent to the dean. Me personally, I'm quick to whip my phone out. So if Annabelle, Betty, or Karen was to say anything like give me a death threat, and if I recorded that, I could easily press charges on you because you just threatened me. Like you just threatened to jig me. Baby, I'm not finna fight you. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. I'm not gonna fight you, baby. Whenever I was like going for the weekend, and like she told me that Annabelle was like say for example, like I said in the video, tearing down her flag, throwing out her clean clothes, threatening to jig her, and everything else that they was doing that I was not aware of, she could easily document that and report that to the dean. But at the time, Cora didn't see it as that. Cora thought that by her telling someone, they wasn't going to take it seriously because like she was going to go tell them, nothing was going to happen, and then it would just make the situation worse, which is completely understandable because like the first thing that would come to your mind was about the cases that I told you guys about. Or like say for example, like if you're at school and you're getting bullied and the teacher is seeing it but they're not doing anything about it. But this situation is completely different. Like arguing whatever, that's nothing because it's like a girl cat fight, but they're actually damaging your things. Them saying that they're going to physically harm you, everything is damaging. So she was like no, she just wanted to wait it out because you know the school year is almost over with. We getting ready for finals and everything. We just want to be able to focus on our schoolwork. We don't want to move out because if we move out during like the end of the year, it would be a lot on our plate. Just the thought of moving every single thing inside of our dorm into like another dorm or like a whole nother building on campus is a lot within itself. We also have to study. We also have to participate in class, like to get everything that we need to prepare ourselves for the tests and exams, you know. She was like, okay, let's just wait it out, you know, just ignore it and you know, just call it a day and move on with our lives. And I was like, well, okay, if that's what you want, you know, I can't force anybody to do anything for themselves, and if that's fine with you, then of course, you know, that's your life. But like eventually it started getting worse. Like every single day it was like getting worse. Like some days like will be calm, like it'll probably be calm in the mornings, but like in the afternoons, at nighttime, in the middle of the night, it would just be completely bad. Like people still was coming over at our dorm at like 12 o'clock in the morning. It was hard for me to sleep. I remember it was so hard for me to sleep one morning that I just woke up in the middle of the night, like 12 o'clock in the morning, and I went to the bathroom. I just saw like a whole bunch of people in the living room and I was like, oh my gosh, you can't be serious. And then I was sleeping, like I was sleepy and groggy, so like I couldn't really process what was going on, and I just went inside my dorm and like it was just hard to sleep. Like I had to cut on my TV, like to put on some white noise and like put on my air conditioner as well to like drown out the noise in the background. But anyways, so first off, like while I was seeing like during the end of the year, I was seeing that Karen was slowly excluding herself from them, and I was like, I want to be like, oh my gosh, is she okay?
Is she okay? Like, is Karen okay? Oh my gosh, is Karen okay? They bullied her the way they didn't bully me? Oh my gosh, let's go check on Karen, Karen. Let's go see, let's go see.
No, it wasn't nothing like that. It was like, oh, like I'm seeing like she's not with them anymore. Like I'm seeing that she's like removing herself from their friend group. Like I was like starting to see that their friend group was slowly diminishing. And guys, remember how I had told you guys that I had spoke with Karen? How could you not? I put this on my life. I told her this. I asked her, like when we was having that conversation about everything, I was asking like, where did everything go wrong? Like why y'all doing the things that y'all doing? Why y'all bullying people? This and that. She told me from her own words. She said that she completely knew what she was doing was wrong, but she was not enabling it. That's what she was saying. She said when Annabelle would do the things that she was doing, she tried to remove herself from it, and she would try to talk her out of it. Girl, what? Karen probably was like,
Annabelle, look at me. This is not you.
Karen said that she was not agreeing to what Annabelle and Betty was doing, and that she was trying to remove herself from the situation, and she was not enabling it, and she tried her best to talk them out of it. She said that everything that Annabelle and Betty was doing was not her action. She had no role in it, no anything. Like basically just throwing them under the bus. Like she said some more stuff, but she just admitted to the fact that she was completely aware that what she was doing was not right. My thought was, if you know that what she's doing is not right, like how could you even stomach what these people are doing to like a whole nother human being? I wouldn't even say that she a bystander, because you're not a bystander. You just lied to my face, because I know for a fact that you are also gaslighting these people and also participating within these acts, because I saw a video of you saying and doing the things that you said that you're not doing in my face. Like, she was just lying. And I was like, oh, when it was just me and her, she most definitely was saying some stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. But their relationship was diminishing. Like, I remember, like, when we was coming back to our room or whatever, because me and Cora had stayed out till, like, 1 o'clock in the morning. Probably, like on a school night. And we was hanging out, like, with our other friend. And she was just telling us about her boy issues or whatever. And we were just standing in the hallway in front of our dorm. And then I remember Betty and Annabelle was out during, like, the whole day. They had left Karen inside of the dorm by herself. And she had looked miserable the whole day, but I didn't really care. And then while me, Cora, and our friend was, like, talking or whatever, Karen had came outside of the door, and Annabelle had opened up the door and was, like, staring behind, like, Karen's head, like, with an angry look, and she slammed the door behind her. I don't know if they had, like, a heated argument or whatever. Karen was mad. I don't know what happened between them, but she was mad and she walked out, whatever. But anyways, we're gonna jump in this. Just keep this in mind, because this plays a part later down the line. Everything was happening right. We're getting ourselves situated for school. I remember, like, the last thing that we was doing, because every spring semester, Cora would throw, like, a friend picnic. I remember how she had told me that it was, like, fumbling with her food, because when she went inside of the refrigerator, she saw that her food was not how she had left it inside of the refrigerator. Like, you could easily see that somebody was, like, fumbling and, like, bothering, like, the metal piece, like, the metal wrap, like, over the container. And I was like, wow, she really stooped that low to mess with your food. And she just threw everything away. And it was, like, this one night while me and Cora was inside of our own rooms, and we just prepared for our exam. Okay, so you know, like, we have lockdown browsers, right? So, like, if you're not able to take the exam in person, you can take it at home or at your dorm, wherever you at, but as long as the camera is on, so they can make sure that you do what you need to do. So, like, for the lockdown browser, there's not supposed to be any noise in the background. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it inside of our dorm, because I know, like, sometimes they be talking loud inside the living room, this and that, and I didn't want it to get flagged. So I just took out my belongings, and I had went down into, like, the main kitchen that's, like, on the dorm floor. In our kitchen, we don't have stoves or anything of that sort, so we just go outside of our actual dorm and, like, walk down this hallway, and in the center of this hallway is, like, this large kitchen. It's like a lounging area. I had went in there, and I was like, perfect, ain't nobody in there, it's nighttime, I had plenty of time to review and everything. Alright, so like I was saying, something had transpired in between Annabelle and Cora, but I was like, what happened? Like what could have happened? If my memory serves me right, I had my phone on silent mode, and I think she double called me or whatever, and that's when the phone call had went through. So she was like, hey, can I come inside of the lounge with you? I was like, yeah, why, what happened? That she wanted to come in there with me. And, like, how could you not? Like, while I'm on the phone with her, I got her on speaker. Mind you, I wish that Cora had the same reflex as me, because as soon if it was me, I would have whipped that phone out like a flip phone. I would have and just pressed button, like, but it just happened too fast for her. When she going through the kitchen, that's what I'm saying. You live in the city, things like this happen. You get a lot of interruptions. She going through the kitchen. She opened the front door, like, to leave the dorm. And Annabelle was right there. So I guess Annabelle was about to come in at the same time. Cora, like, both of them was, like, standing in the same direction. And obviously, Cora had opened the door first, which is why her hand is on the doorknob. But Cora was like, can you move, please? Like, can you please move? That's when I guess Annabelle had got angry, like, as soon, like, the sight of her and the fact that she asked her to move or whatever. You know, like, say, for example, like, if you went inside of the store, like, Jada, you know, like, when we in the mall or something like that, or like in class, like in school, and like in the hallways, and somebody walked directly in front of you, and sometimes the other person will expect for you to move out the way, and both of y'all both walking in the same direction. So I think that's what was happening. I don't know if Annabelle expected her to move out of the way so she could come inside, and I guess Cora had expected the same thing, for her to move to the side so she can leave. I don't know, but it was just some conflict between them, and that's what Annabelle was like, oh my god, she was like, I can't say the word, Lord have mercy. She was like, F you and your mama, and F your stupid dog. She was saying all the time stuff. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. She said, I had her on speaker. Girl, I was quiet. I was baffled. I was like one of them people who be clutching them pearls. I was like, I'm clutching my pearls. Let me stop. She said, F you, F your mama, and your F your dog. I hope your dog died. She was saying all type of stuff. Like, she was going in. And I said, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, I think we get it, Shaniya. I think we get it. You said, oh my God.
No, because like I'm just listening like while I'm on my laptop, and she was just going ham. I don't know if Cora probably like had pushed past her or whatever. Like I don't know, like she was just going at it, and then she came like down that way where I was at, and like it was just quiet on the other line, but we still on the phone. And she came in there, and she like, "Did you hear all of that?" And I said, "Yeah." Are you okay? And then like she was just upset, like she was like flustered. She just got so overwhelmed. It was just a lot. She was just like calling her parent and like just telling them like what happened or whatever, and it was just like a lot going on. And I was like, "Do you want me to go back inside there with you?" She was frustrated at the fact because she said that she didn't want her to go back inside of the dorm because whatever just happened, and she didn't want him to go through that again or whatever. So she was like she was gonna stay in there, but she said the fact that she had so much to pack and she have to leave because she's leaving. I don't know if she was gonna leave like the next day or like within 2 days, and she had a lot to pack. Like, do you feel comfortable with me like being by your side? Like, what is it? And she was like, no, she just want to stay in there. Like, she was just in shock. Like, it was just a lot going on. And that's what made me angry because it's like, why? Like, how could somebody be so evil? Like, she holds so much hatred inside of her heart. Her and her little friend group, like, they hold so much hatred inside their heart. Like, I feel like if I don't like somebody, I would never pay them no mind. I wouldn't even acknowledge them. Like, I would just go about my life and we would like go our separate ways. Like, we won't ever have to be friends. We won't ever have to talk. You block me, I block you. We act like we don't exist. She woke up every single day, her and her friends, in their mind frame that we're gonna make these people life a living hell. And it's like, it's not that deep, baby. They're just so angry and they just filled with so much hatred. Like, I ain't never dealt with somebody who has so much hatred inside their heart. Have you ever dealt with a hatred person before?
Girl, yes.
Who?
A long time ago.
At school?
I mean, yeah.
Like, it was never to that extreme. It was like small picking. Like, I was a child. A child just getting teased every single day. They had their little argument or whatever. And that's when she had went in the lounge. And of course, some complaints was filed. So it's like, okay, well, this is enough. Because it's at the end of the year. It's been months. Months. Like, this girl could have dropped this months ago. I feel like if I was Annabelle, I'd be like, okay, well, these girls don't like me. Let me just go about my day. Because it's like, I don't know if she was trying to be friendly in the beginning or whatever. Or I think she was just, I don't know, like just being manipulative, but like offering to cook me something to eat and like asking me to try out Karen's cooking. I'm not finna eat from y'all. Y'all could easily do something to that food. Like I just because y'all already told me that y'all don't like me. Y'all already picked on me, try to bully me, try to punk me, and you think I'm gonna eat your food? You think I'm gonna eat Karen's cooking? Have you lost your everlasting mind? Girl, you crazy? No, I'm not finna eat your food. Like, no. And like even like when the times that she would come back from the dorm, like I guess she was trying to express, like trying to give an invitation for us to join her for dinner or something like that and lunch. It's like, no, like I don't know, it's just weird. That's always been crazy to me because it's like, girl, we will never be friends. If we fought, if you show your true colors to me, you told me that you don't like me, and you told me how you actually feel about me, and you expect us to be besties, girl, we will never be friends. And that's just how I feel. That's how I would expect anybody to be. And like if I was that type of person, and if I bully you on a daily basis, and I pick on you, and I try to punk you, and I try to make you feel bad about yourself, make you feel depressed, or make you feel the anger that I feel towards you, why would I expect you to be my friend? If you become my friend, I would just think that you have no self-love for yourself. Like, you just don't care about yourself because you just want validation from me because you're going to become my friend again. You're going to become my friend even though I'll punk you and talk down on you. That's how I was like, I don't see how Karen did it because it's like, girl, like you see how they treating you and you being friends with them, all of a sudden y'all not even friends anymore. Before everything had transpired, before like the dean had got involved, I told Karen in her face, and she could tell you the same thing. I said, I see the way how them girls talk to you, so don't be surprised when one day when y'all not friends anymore, and you will start to see exactly what me and Cora is talking about. And in her words, she said, yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, you don't owe anybody anything but some money if you had gotten it from them, of course, because it's like, if you got $20 from me, where's my $20? Give me back my $20. The dean had got an email sent. The dean had asked, have we got in contact with these individuals? Because of course, like when you do a report or whatever, you have to like reach like the different levels of the chain. RA at the bottom, the person who's the owner of the building, like second, and the dean, and then the president. So the dean had asked that we had contacted these individuals, like the RA, this and that. No, of course, yes, the RA has been contacted, and then they was like, well, they never heard anything from it. So the dean was like, they was going to talk to the RA. I don't know what happened between them, but I'm pretty sure the dean was most definitely angry with the RA. I don't know whatever happened with the RA. Only thing I know that I don't even know. I don't even know what happened with the RA, to be honest. I don't know if she had got fired from her job or she got placed somewhere else, or like, and she was like, why didn't the RA did anything? We was like, we don't know, because we have been talking to her for a while, and she was like, show the proof. Like, she was like, send the screenshots in, and we sent the screenshots to the dean, everything. What makes it even more bad was like, also like our neighbors, like within the other dorms, they was also sending in complaints about our dorm. We was eventually going to have a meeting, but before the meeting had happened, we went back inside of our dorm, because it was like at nighttime. Like, we had to wait for like the following day. So I remember it was like move out day, right? So all of us are getting our stuff and we are moving out of our dorm, of course, because you know every semester you have to move out and then move back in. So we just moving out, whatever. So my parent was coming last. I was like, let me just pack all my stuff. I'm gonna put my stuff inside of my car, and then whatever else, we'll get it tomorrow, because it's like my mama, like, she was busy. My mama was working. So I was just packing my stuff, minding my business. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Like, all this is over with. Like, I no longer want to live here anymore. I would never come back here anymore. Like, these people have really made my freshman, I wouldn't even say my freshman year was horrible. I met some amazing people my freshman year. I made a lot of friends, and because of everything that was happening, it made me step outside of my bubble and made like so many friends on campus. Like, meet so many people, so many connections, try so many things, and had so many different experiences. So I will forever be grateful for that, because who knows, like, if we was friends or whatever inside of that little friend group, I probably would have never met the people who I had met. Annabelle parent was coming, and Cora parents was coming. Okay, so I forgot to say this inside of the video. Cora's parents was coming over, right, to help her move out. Earlier that day, I think Cora's parents had came first before Annabelle's parents, and Annabelle was half naked. Cora's father was there, right? And how could you not? Like, when they came through the front doors, that's when Annabelle was like standing inside of the hallway, and she was half naked or whatever, and then they were just trying to usher like dad to go inside of the room, because it was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, she's not dressed. Like, everybody should know that, you know, families are coming here to help people move out. And Annabelle had basically had called the dad a pedophile. Annabelle was just calling the dad a weird pedophile, and had went to Karen's room, was like, I wish she had told somebody that her parents was coming. But it's like, at the same time, girl, we all know that today is move out day. So it's like, how could you be so oblivious to somebody's parents coming over, you know? And it's like, of course, nobody knows exactly which parent is coming over, but it's like, have some common decency, like, have some hospitality, and you know that everybody's parent is coming over regardless if you didn't know what time they was coming or not. And like, that was like an actual good reason, like, to be actually dressed. And then the thing was, she was just wearing some underwear, panties, and a bra, and everybody's families is coming over, and this is how you decide to walk around inside of our dorm, and it's just crazy to me. And then the crazy thing about it, although like she knew that the parents was there, she was staring them in their face. Instead of her going inside of her room or inside the bathroom, you know, to cover herself up, she stood inside of the hallway and staring them in their eyes, letting them see her, so she could give an excuse to be like, oh my gosh, that he's a pedophile. Which is why, like, the mom was like, go inside the room, go inside of the room, was telling the dad that. And it's like, if it was me personally, I would have ran away quickly as soon as I would have heard a man's voice. And she said the reason why she came out of her room was because she heard a male voice. And it's like, what? Who in their right mind would purposely go outside of their room, inside of their underwear, their panties, and their bra, to see who is inside of the dorm? The logic wasn't making sense. Like, it wasn't making sense at all. But hey, that's just me. And another thing that I found was weird was that she was trying to see where I was going to live at for the next school year. She kept harassing Cora, asking her when she's going to move out, and then she asked her where I was going to be living, and she asked was I going to be living with her. So I don't know what happened, whatever. Everybody, like, of course, moving out, whatever, and Cora was packing up her stuff. But when it came to Cora and Karen had shared like a bathroom, right? Karen had came from the gym and she wanted to take a shower. Cora had took all of her stuff from the bathroom and packed it up, because, you know, as you should, it's her stuff. It's her stuff. So you have every right to pack your stuff. What I mean by take her stuff, she took down like the shower curtains and the cleaning products, everything. And she packed it up because, you know, it's her stuff, like I said. And Karen got mad. So she had came inside Annabelle's room and she was complaining about Cora taking down her stuff from the shower, because she was like, now she can't wash. So she was asking because she washed inside of our bathroom. I didn't really care. Everything that belonged to me was already up or whatever. Later down the line, Cora's parents had came and they had wanted to see me because, you know, of course, like, me and Cora was like friends and we've been friends with each other during these turbulent times. They had wanted to take me out to eat or whatever, so we had went to go eat, and then we had came back to the dorm after we was finished eating. and then we just finished up packing up our stuff. That's when Cora's mom was helping Cora pack up all her stuff inside of the bathroom. So I guess, you know, like, because they didn't share the same bathroom, Cora and Karen, like, a lot of this stuff, like, you know, kind of like in a way or whatever. So Cora's mom was like moving some stuff or whatever, and I guess she forgot to put it back. And Karen went inside the bathroom. I don't know, I guess she was like, why did you move my stuff or whatever? Cora's mom was like, well, she was to move her things out. Yeah, but you shouldn't move my stuff. You should put it back to where you had gotten it from. It just had got into like a heated argument or whatever. And of course, as Cora's mom should, she was upset because it was like, y'all bullied my child during this whole school year. And that's when she was just like expressing that to them. She was like, you guys bullied my kid like this whole school year. No, like before that even happened, like before like they got in an argument, right? That's when Annabelle, she heard like the whole commotion going on. Annabelle took it amongst herself to walk all the way from our side of the dorm all the way to their side of the dorm, and she's talking about some, let me see what's going on. Annabelle went inside the bathroom looking around. She was like, what happened? And that's when I guess Cora's mom had flipped, because it's like y'all trying to be funny. And then she was just saying, like, expressing to them like her anger. She said, this whole year you two have been bullying my child this whole freshman year, and I'm going to report you all to the dean. And that's when Karen was like, report me to the dean for what? Why would you report me to the dean or whatever? And like all three of them had got like an argument or whatever. And of course, like, Cora's family was like telling like the mom to come inside of the dorm, just move the stuff out and like just leave or whatever, because, you know, it's not worth it. And that's when Annabelle and Karen went inside of the living room. Annabelle was saying the most disgusting things. Oh my god, she called Cora's mom the B word, saying that like just, she was like going so, it was so disgusting. It was so disgusting. She was just calling her mama the B word, a effing B. She didn't do anything to Cora. Everything that Cora has been saying was a completely lie. Cora has always been provoking her. She didn't do anything. Everything is a lie. She going to the dean and that is a lie, this and that. I say, ain't this about a girl? Are you serious? And that's when Cora's mom was like saying that she is lying. She was like basically saying that you're lying. My daughter has a bunch of recordings of you saying these things to her, these nasty things to her. She has pictures of you damaging her property. And that's when I guess Annabelle had went quiet or whatever. And that's when she had called her mom and told her mom everything what happened. And she was like, Mom, Cora's mom had just started yelling at me. She yelling at me for nothing, everything. She said that she had recordings, pictures, and everything of me. And that's when Karen was obviously scared. You can obviously hear it in her voice. Wow. Annabelle was in there like cursing, like calling her mama the B word, calling her parents out their name, all type of stuff. And I put this on my life. I don't care how I will be looking. If you're from the South, you know. If you a Southern child, you grow up around Southern people, Southern folks, you know you do not disrespect your elders. From my standpoint, I'm viewing it from the mother perspective. She has every right to be angry because you bullied my child. I have every right to be angry. And of course, if it was me too, I would have went to the dean as well, because I have all of the documents and proof that I need. It was, oh my god, it was so bad. It was just so bad. And then like it was like a lot of yelling going on. So the RA had came to our dorm, was like asking was everything okay. That's when Annabelle and Karen had went to the RA, was like telling them everything. Karen was like, I didn't do any, like Karen was so scared, y'all. Karen told me something, y'all, how could you not? Like I heard like the whole thing. Karen said I didn't do anything. Everything that she was saying, like of course like everything like what she said with the bathroom thing, she said was true. She said that her mom moved the stuff or whatever, you know, it was just some confusion or whatever. So like if she moved the stuff, then like should have put it back or whatever. Like she was just telling the RA that the whole black saying everything was out the door. This was Karen the first day I met her. She said I didn't do anything to the girl. Everything that she was saying was absurd. Her ways now, I didn't do anything to Cora. I didn't bully her. Whatever that Annabelle and Cora had going on, I stood out of that. That was in between you and her. I just sat back and just watched. That's what she said. And Annabelle was saying that, yeah, we got in the argument, this and that. She said that she gonna go to the dean. She probably don't have any videos and pictures of you, but I know for a fact that she probably got some of me because I did a lot of stuff or whatever. And she was like saying that, how about Cora tell all the times that she provoked me? She provoked me. I didn't do anything to her. The only reason why I did the things that I did was because she provoked me. I said, girl, you is lying. I mean, probably, and not gonna lie, there's probably been some moments when they probably did, like, you know, had like their arguments or whatever. But for you to say that you didn't do anything point blank period is a complete lie. That was a complete lie. And the fact that we have documentations and videos and pictures and screenshots of messages of the things that you did, and you saying that you didn't do anything at all is absolutely crazy. And that's why I was saying it is completely important when you go through anything in life, anything, make sure you document it. I feel like she was calling her mama out the name and this and that. So I feel like if it was me, ooh, Jesus Christ, if somebody would have disrespected my mom, I don't care if my wig would have came off. I don't care if my shirt would have been torn up. I don't care if I ain't had no clothes on. Girl, we would have been fighting. A lot of people don't expect it out of me because I'm so quiet. I always tell to myself, like, I won't fight over stupid stuff. But I feel like if you would have ever put your hands on me, if you ever disrespect my mother, we would have been fighting. I'm sorry. But it's like at the same time, I don't know. Like, I feel like it depends. My hands would have been put on somebody that day, most definitely. Because I feel like y'all wouldn't expect me because I always ignore y'all. Baby, you would have been in shot that day. You would have been in shot that day. Jetta, where are you? That's just anybody in general. My daddy's side don't play. A lot of people know about my daddy's side back at home. And if you know my mama people, my mama and my daddy's side do not play. They gets down. You just don't know. But it's like, if it ever came down to it, if I'm getting death threats, if somebody put their hands on me, first of all, I wouldn't even run back to anybody crying. I would have fought you right there. If you would have ever put your hands on me, of course, like self-defense, I would have used everything I could. We just be minding our business. But it's like, if it ever came down to it, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And that's on life. If it come down to it, then I don't care. Everybody moved out. The dean of the school was like, she wanted to do a scheduled meeting with me. Like, I just got a random email and I was like, oh Lord, like, what happened? And don't you know, I had found out that something had happened inside of the dorm, because like it was a lot of complaints pointing towards our dorm, like from other people, like neighbors and everything. That's when the man over like our whole building had did like a pop-up inside of our dorm, and he was like looking inside of like the kitchen and everything. He found like a whole bunch of alcohol in the freezer. When they had found that alcohol inside of the freezer, it was asking who alcohol was it, and Karen, I guess she was like, that was ours. She slipped up and said, oh, that's ours. And that's when Annabelle came out of her room, was like, no, that's Cora's. Annabelle came out of her room and said that all the alcohol is Cora's. The man in the building, he confiscated all of the alcohol and did a report to the dean. And that's when the dean had scheduled a meeting with us inside of the email. And then she was asking who alcohol and stuff. Like, she was just asking like a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna put a clip like waiting for my time to be lit inside of the Zoom call. Yeah, the dean of the school wanted to talk to me and ask me what happened between those individuals. Yeah, some people are about to get in trouble, but you know. So that's when she was like asking me the questions, and she said another thing, and I wasn't here for it, so I didn't really know about it. She said that they had found alcohol inside of the dorm. She said 2 of them are saying something different and the other person is saying something else. So Annabelle said that it was Cora's drinks. Like, Annabelle said that the drinks was Cora's. Karen said that the drinks was theirs. And Cora said that it was theirs, but she didn't know who purchased it. So she came and asked me, who alcohol was it? And I said that it wasn't Cora's. Cora didn't even purchase alcohol. Like, we even have like proof and documentation of us, like, not even like during that time even having the alcohol. Like, you could like look in the recordings, like inside of the building, when we was inside of the lounge center, just like how I told you we was in there. So she was like, okay, well, she figured that because their responses wasn't adding up. So that was that. And then she said all of the documentation that had been placed against Annabelle and the other girls, they've been placed last minute, and they haven't been placed at the time, like during everything was happening. Like, it couldn't been placed against them, like school was already over with. But she said that all of the documentation, the reports from the man over the building, all the pictures, the videos, screenshots, and everything that you guys have seen in the video is in their record. Say, for example, if I was to go to school, right, and if I was to ever receive a death threat and I have like a video, a picture of it, like I just have my proof, they'll be kicked out of school. I could easily place like a restraining order on them for stalking, for harassment, death threats, anything of that sort, damage to property, everything. They could easily get a case filed on them. And because like there's so much evidence and everything placed on them within the school system, it won't end well for them, like, most definitely, because it's like it's multiple reports of them. But anyways, that will be all for the story time, and it's been a long journey. I'm sorry for the wait. I thank you guys for continuing to watch this video, continuing to share the video, liking and commenting, and joining the family, becoming an element. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. We almost at 1K subscribers. subscribers. You guys have asked for the story time and I gave it to you. And you guys have been begging for the story time for the longest. You guys kept asking me to do a story time about my freshman year. And I finally had succumbed to it and I finally had did it for you guys. And you guys love it because you guys are nosy and you guys love drama. Like I said, this video is all for entertainment purposes. To be honest, I don't hold hatred in my heart towards them because it's just not going to get me nowhere. I just like to move on with my life. I really don't care what other people have going on in their life. I don't know. Like, whatever God has in store for whoever, you know, he will do what needs to be done. Me personally, I put it all behind me. I'm pretty sure that they don't because to this day they still don't like us for whatever reason. I really don't care. Life goes on. The sun will still rise. The globe will still turn on its axis. The moon will still twirl around us like a little pretty ballerina. And guys, for the incoming freshmen, do not be scared. You guys will be just fine. Just be your authentic self. That's all I have to say. Don't be scared. You guys will be fine. This is just my experience. I talked about my experience only. Everybody's experience is not the same. And yeah, you guys will have a great year. Make sure you share to a friend. Watch the video, the story times with family members. Let's just get up there. If you guys have any more story time recommendations, go on my Instagram, DM me. I might put like a little tab up there to ask you guys some questions of what you guys want to see from me. Story times or confessions, more vlogs, thought videos, me being a thoughtful child and just rambling because you guys like to listen to me talk all the time. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Godspeed. Bye.